Hi everyone, welcome back to Active Mindfulness Tuesday questions. So I have a question today that's coming from Kate, who says, I can be really harsh on myself, but sometimes I feel like this really helps get me going in the mornings. If I were to practice meditation, would I lose that? I'm worried I'll become soft and not do anything. Thank you, Kate. That's a really great question. This comes from generally this idea of we need to kind of punish the things that we don't like about ourselves in order to get rid of them. And it's something that in some ways, at some times, may work for you. Sometimes you may feel that you need to kind of just talk to yourself and get yourself going. But there is a difference between talking to yourself in terms of a pep talk that comes from a place of believing you can do something and believing you're worthy of doing something, and something that is attempting to break you down and rebuild you stronger. And unfortunately, that approach of breaking something or someone down and rebuilding them stronger, although that at times that may have effects, there is a huge side effect to it, that it tends to really affect people's confidence and their self-esteem, which often then leads to depression and anxiety. So although it may help and kind of get you going, if you're emotionally beating yourself up, which is, as I said, is very different from a pep talk that gets you going, then it's likely to have a side effect that can be quite negative. So it can be much better for you to build yourself up with self-compassion. But also it's something that quite often there's a lot of resistance from, for this very reason, this fear that I may become lazy or stop doing things. But actually, when you care for yourself, just as when you really care for someone else, you're more likely to help and support them and to go out of your way. I wonder what it would be like for you to motivate yourself in a way that comes from care. Let's just give it some thought for now about whether this other way of supporting yourself might be helpful. And if so, mindfulness can really help you to develop that sense of self-compassion, because when you sit with your thoughts and you sit with your feelings and you just observe them rather than act on them, you actually get to notice how much we are responding to them out of habit rather than because it's the right thing for us. One way I like to think of it is if you're trying to house train a puppy. If that puppy wheezes on the carpet and you shout and scream and they get scared, they're probably going to do it again because they can't quite work out what's going on and everything feels uncertain and unstable, and that's scary. Whereas if what you do is actually take them outside and encourage them and praise them when they go for their way outside, they become less scared and they slowly get the association of what you want. And that's much easier when they're not scared. And we kind of want to do that for ourselves.